Enough of you have asked about this JKL Wrangler to kind of give it its own segment. It's kind of a unique Jeep in that it's a two-door that's been stretched 10 inches in the frame and the body, but more than that, it's been stretched in the suspension a little bit with the rock crawler 3-inch stretch. It gives it almost a perfect wheelbase in my mind of 110 inches. It's the same wheelbase as my LJ, which I've grown to love. It's long enough to make the climbs, not too long to make the corners, and not too long to kill you on the breakover. So I think it's a perfect wheelbase. The two doors now are pretty readily available. You can find a nice used one and have this conversion done. This one's a little special in that it's not only a two-door stretch, but it's got a lot of cool Poison Spyder parts on it. So I'll kind of run down the specs on this Jeep so that you know what it is, and I'll give you more information on how to find out more about it. It's a JKL Wrangler. That means the JKLWrangler.com is where you can go to find more information about the stretch itself. But it has a full assortment of Poison Spyder parts. It was built, even as pretty as it looks, it was built to actually go out and conquer some of the cool trails. So it's got the BFH line on it, the BFH front bumper and rear bumper, the best approach and departure angles you can find in the JK market. It also has our narrow JK flares in front, which means that your tire is going to rub against the canyon walls and not necessarily your flares. But if they do happen to hit, you know you've got the strongest flare in the market to rub against that wall. It also has a custom set of, and this is the only two custom parts on this whole Jeep, is a custom set of our brawler rockers. They've been stretched 10 inches here to accommodate the stretch in the Jeep body, and a prototype set, which hopefully will end up being a production set for the JKL guys, but also hopefully a production part eventually in the Poison Spyder line. But this is a stretch set of our extreme duty corners where the flare is actually attached to the corner. It also has a custom cage to accommodate, or custom rear cage to accommodate the stretch, but it's got our Poison Spyder trail cage inside there. It's got a rock crawler, I think a 3.5-inch lift, but it's stretched 3 inches. Has a Ripp Supercharger, of course a MagnaFlow exhaust, full assortment of rigid lights with our rigid light bracket, a Warn winch in front, and I think Best Top is working on a custom top for this for JKL. So when you order this Jeep from JKL, you can order it with the soft top, and I think he's also working on a hard top. A couple of cool little parts inside. You can look at the web page to see what these are all about. But again, JKL Wrangler, 110-inch wheelbase, based off a two-door. So you get the size of a four-door with the wheelbase of a rock crawling rig and the nimbleness of a two-door. So kind of a perfect combination.